What is going on? Hello, everybody. Hopefully your day's going all right so far. Today I've decided that I'm going to do some Illustrator work, and it's something that a lot of people have been asking for a lot. A lot of people have been asking for a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going through some processes here. You guys can ask questions. It's not going to be from scratch. Well, I guess parts of it'll be from scratch. It doesn't like. It'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting little time. And I'm starting earlier than ever, other than it being lunchtime. I don't know. Starting earlier. That's what works for me. Hey, Paul, Captain, Bjorn, all the faces. Anyways, what's that terrible yellow cloth behind me? It's ruining my whole vibe. All right. So over on Patreon, I've got a pattern tier that is for laser files, and whenever I release a pattern that's just like a PDF pattern, I also release the laser files now. So I've got to convert patterns to laser files that are old. So this is my old Dicebox pattern, and I have to get on top of getting it done. Hey, Cynic's over there on Twitch. I should move my chats so I can see what the hell's going on, because this is reversed for when I'm at my computer. This is reversed. If that makes any sense. I spin my monitors around, so the chats are in the wrong side. Get over there. What are you doing? There. There, that's better. Hey, Trust. So, we've got my old pattern here. I used to make all my patterns in Photoshop. It's great for starting, but do you have a budding leatherworker package of your patterns? Oh my god, that's a really good idea, Cynics. That's honestly a really good idea. Like a little selection of stuff. I will have a something like that by the end of the day. I'm gonna email myself. That's super smart. Something like that's not too crazy. Maybe it builds up in complexity. I don't know. Let's see. Email myself really quickly here, or I will forget immediately, like within the next 2 minutes. Nice. Thank you. Love it. People helping me make money instantly. That's great. Hi, Yenilith's back in here. Nice. We're pretty small right now. It is lunchtime. Odd time to start. But okay, where was I? Anyways, PDF. So this is how I did my patterns back in the day, where these are two separate PDF pages that I've awkwardly split up. I don't need to do that anymore. And then so they're in theory they were both made separately and cut up. Well, they were made as one and then cut up and then separated. You don't have to do that in Illustrator because of how I've laid it out. You can just make the full pattern and then kind of just place it onto my sheets over here. So I've got my sheets over here. They're all lined up and they're all butted up, and they all have got margins that are good for A4 and for letter. So I can just take the full pattern and go like splat right in the middle of 6 pages if it's a big pattern piece, and then it just automatically, when you print it, will be split up along with these little dashes and stuff. And I'm gonna put little scissor bits over there and stuff if it needs to be cut up. When are we going to vote for the pouch contest? Oh yeah, it ends today, doesn't it? I will do that very soon. All right, so over here, what do I got going on? I've got a couple already prepped here. This is probably not grouped. Yeah, it's not grouped. Let's group that. All right. What was this? Was this the bottom? Yeah. Got the bottom, we've got the top that's probably not... Oh, I had to fix some of this because I changed how it's laid out. And you can watch my hilarious fiddling to fix this. Sometimes it's a little Mickey Mouse with Illustrator, but I'm making it happen. Let's get in there. Feel free to ask questions. I'm going to be just diving into this a lot. Especially, I've already started it yesterday, so like yesterday being midnight last night. I just wanted it to line up differently. The original had this lined crap here all the way to my holes. I just didn't like it, so I'm changing it. So I'm just using these, is it called single select? I can't remember what it's actually called. Direct selection tool to select parts of my lines. So there's the full object selection tool, which is this other arrow here. And there's the single select, so I'm just maneuvering my lines into the place they need to be. Boop, 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 boop. You can hold shift to keep it straight. Close enough. Fix this one. Come on, what the hell are you doing? You mentioned a few days ago where you got your plastic legs. Could you repeat that, please? I got them in Alberta. Lost Viking legs. I don't know if you could find it like that anymore. Try Plastic Smith Armory. That's in Alberta. And they might be making them again. They were the original maker of them, and they kind of got out of the plastic armor biz, and I think somebody else was making them for a bit. They might have got back into them. Just making sure all these are not ridiculous like this here, because I am gonna, in theory, people are gonna be using this for lasers too, so I want to make sure they aren't all over the place, you know. Let's do a little cleanup. Hold down space to move around, like lots of other Adobe programs, like all Adobe programs probably. Just checking these. Ugh. Let's fix this one. My struggle would be figuring out how to get it to size. How do you do that? Well, there's a couple of ways. Originally, when I first started using Illustrator, I would prototype in paper or leather, just prototype it up, and then disassemble or use my paper pieces, and then I would scan them, and then they're to size. But like I'm not doing complex corsets or anything crazy here, but I can certainly do simple pouches or rather easily inside Illustrator itself, because there's guides, there's like the inches and stuff up top. You know, you can see how big it's going to be. You could have a ruler near your desk and just be like, oh, how big should this be? Like if we zoom out, we've got each of these squares is an inch. So, well, thank you for the tea, Gunsting952 over on the Twitch. Party of 3 raider already? What? This is crazy. Already a raid. I love tea. Okay, that's not true. I don't drink a lot of tea. Chai tea? Is this a slightly convoluted way of doing this? Probably, honestly. But it's gonna get the job done. Usually I would just have drawn this art and then I would convert it to a vector, but I just felt like doing all the lines separate. Chamomile, nice, nice. I know this is a lot of fucking fiddling, but we'll get there. Oops. If you saw the convoluted way of how I got to these shapes, you would understand why I'm fucking around so much. Alright. Now we gotta break this up. I did a reversed outline stroke on these, which takes your original outline and then puts another outline either inside it at a specified distance or outside it at a specified distance. So I've outlined it to kind of squeeze everything in here. But we'll get to some more like useful information soon. This is the dice box pattern of mine. It's an older pattern, but it has to be converted to laser, and I don't have... Come on, you bastard, what are you doing? There. And I don't have a nice version of this pattern because it was done in Photoshop so long ago. Hey, Beard. Where are we? Getting there. Oops. I almost streamed some Cyberpunk last night, but I got too late. I was trying to fix my camera. I've got a camera issue at home. But I did fix it. I just reminded because of this music. Eh. What the fuck is going on here? Close enough for now. I'll fiddle later. Gotta split this up again. Let's give it a couple points so it doesn't delete the whole line. It'll just delete up to the point. Direct selection tool. I should change my nudge. What's going on here? It still doesn't look right to me. Eh. Why is it doing that? It shouldn't be on an angle. I'm gonna come back to this later instead of driving everybody crazy with that kind of stuff. I'll get it all prepped and then later I can tweak it. In theory, it's probably because it's slightly on an angle on one of them, but I didn't think it was. Here we go again. Oh no, that one's good. Yeah, this is my dice box pattern. It's been around for a while. I should do like a dice cup or a dice tower pattern. Might be kind of cool, but it is my old dice box pattern. Why do I have two of those lines there? Kind of weird. Let's see what happens if I just delete one. There we go. The geometry on this doesn't need to be like ridiculously on, other than like the squares of the outline. But these little lines I'm not really worried about, other than them not overlapping like this because of lasers and stuff. These are a mess. What the hell? I had made everything and then I changed the size on it, so that's why this is all a bit of a disaster. But we're almost done the fuckery here. There must be some slight angle. Oh well. In theory, this should just be a 1 pixel, 1 millimeter box, but whatever. No more buffering. Oh, was Twitch buffering for you? Oh. Buffer. All right, so that's the top of the box. We got our. In theory, if you wanted to use the art, great. If not, it's not a big deal. Let's make sure this is a group. Control G, group it up. And this box is going to be slightly bigger than the bottom of the box, right? Here's the bottom over here. It's slightly bigger so that it will slide over it and be amazing. I should also put the same lines as I have on there. Let's see here. If I... where is it? So everything in Illustrator, you got it all in groups and stuff, so everything can be easily maneuvered. So I've entered the group and found this dashed line that I've used. I want to use the same style on it. I mean, say I want to copy the style. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna beep, and then that copies the style for me. So then I can use it on this other box here. This is grouped. We go inside the group. We're gonna grab our pen tool. Whoops. And then I want to delete it. I want to just attach it. What did I do before? Pen tool. Having a brain fart on something. Oh, I know what I did. Whatever. This will be fine. I just need to double think, double check how I'm doing this. I can just draw a box. Let's go here. You know what? That's not going to work how I want it either. All right, new plan. Lock this so it can't be used. Then I'm going to get in here with my pen tool. Now I can use it. I wonder if I can move. Yeah, I can. Spacebar, move over here. Hold shift to make it straight. Bring it to here. Same thing. Make it straight. And what I'm doing here is I'm just making this outline mark. And then what I did over here with the style that I copied, I can attach it to this. So now it's got the same color and it's dashed. So I can do a little note about the dashed line. All right. Oh, this also needs some holes as well. I thought I put the holes on here. Did I just drag this over here without the holes? I did. Come here, buddies. What are you doing? Are they locked? Oh, they were... What the fuck? Silly. All right. Take them over here. Hop into our group. If I can frickin' select it. Jesus. Alright, we're in the group. I'm going to paste those holes in here and then maneuver them. I could probably center everything. Actually, I'm going to undo that. No, I think I can just make it happen here. No. I'm going to stay out of the group. I'm going to paste it onto here. And then I'm going to center the holes onto the grouped selection. This should all be separate, right? Yeah, it is. Good. I can grab them both, and then up here at the top, we've got these options for centering. In theory, this should work. If it doesn't, I'll be confused. Oh, and I've also got this selected. That's not good. So, I'm going to center it. That. Oh, no, that's got to be grouped as well. All right, one more thing. Those holes aren't grouped, so I got to group the holes so that they just maintain their position. And then select the other group. Come on, buddy. And then center. And then center the other way. There. Now all the holes are lined up because they are of the same proportions. Kind of. They're just, it's magic is what it is. It's magic. Magic. All right. And now, because of that, I can take it and I can group it. So now we've got our top. Grab the fucking thing. Though recently I've been, if you don't have an Illustrator, if you don't have a background fill or a fill selected, then you can't click in the middle of it. So recently I've been hopping into my patterns, giving them like a fill, but not because I want watermark. What the fuck is going on here? I want watermarks on them too. So I've been making them a little bit of opacity, like 25 or something. And you'd have to play around with it. That's on there. I'm gonna do that later. I don't want to fuck around with it right now. A little bit of reading. Well, you guys are having your own little conversations. That's good. All right. We got the top. We got the bottom. Here is the bottom, the original. This is actually the top original without the art, but whatever. And then we've got our art thingy that I don't really need to use anymore either. And we've got, this is the little tray that was inside the box. Now we can just make this thing a little bit of opacity so I can see my lines. And then I'm trying to position it where I can at least select some lines or close to it. So it won't be exact, but it'll be close. Because I'm going to do a snap to grid, which means all my lines are going to be attached to center points. So I can go and try and make this, it'll be perfectly square. It may be a little, yeah, it's like a little bit different, but it'll be okay in the end. This is inside. No, let's keep it inside. I may have to go tweak some stuff after for exact measurements, because obviously they got to be mirrored. Go up here, select my main selection tool, and find the line that's disappeared and give it actually a color. There. Color successful. What do we got going on here? 9. So that's fine on that side. Down here it looks a little weird, but maybe it's not. No. That's fine. All right, so it's all good. Excellent. Now I'm going to do a offset path, which I was talking about earlier. An offset path, you can make an outline outside it or inside it. This dice box into a dice tower? No, but I've thought about making a dice tower. That would be pretty cool. I'm going to do a negative offset of 4mm. And that brings me right inside here, kind of in line with those old holes that I had. And then I've got this other graphic style that I use for holes. So we can just click that. Boom, we've got holes. Obviously, they're all over the place. We don't want all those holes, but we do want them nicely lined up. So I'm just going to go in and, with my direct selection tool, I'm going to peel out the holes that I don't want. So if I select an edge with the direct selection tool, I can delete it. So I just move around doing that. Oops. And you do have to select off of it and then onto it again to get it to work properly. Jonas, I am totally on board with the dice tower plan. Alright. Where do we want to go to here? I am going to, this is going to be, once again, not mathematically ridiculous. I need to add some anchor points so that when I delete this thing, that's this useless thing, it'll delete the stuff that I want to back here, but keep them kind of in the same spot. So I'm just going to select this and get this to, why is this not working? Brain fart. Rencraft says be right back. Alrighty, sounds good. One sec. Gotta reprocess my brain. Why would this not work? It should work. What am I doing wrong here? I should be able to anchor point this, but it's not letting me. Oh, I know what's going on. So, I've still got snap to grid on. So, I want to anchor this, but the pen tool isn't locking onto it because it wants to lock onto these corners of the grid. So I've got to turn my snap to grid off. Alright, now that's off, I can try and select. I don't need this hole, I don't need this hole. But I wouldn't mind having this one, even though there's 4 holes on the pattern. I wouldn't mind having this one as well. So I'm going to, like, very carefully hit this here. That's in a decent spot. I'm fine with it. I'll do the same thing over here. Pretty good. And then I can take my direct selection tool, select this, delete it, and then we got our holes. Now, some people may say, that's not exactly, it's within millimeters. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're not making fucking space shuttle parts here. We're making a leather dice box. It'll be okay. But now we gotta do that on all the other ones. So, go up in here. Boop. Boop. Simple enough. Same thing. And then the last corner here. Pretty easy. Alright, so we got that. We know we need that dotted line again. We know what happened last time I tried to select stuff. So, I'm going to lock this. And I'm going to turn on my snap to grid again, because I know that these corners are all perfectly placed on the snapped grid, so I can then come in here and it'll be right on the corner where I want these. Watch it not be for some reason. Boom. We've got that. We can come back over here and we can use our graphic style. So now we've got our little dotted line that I use for the V-gouge thing. Can you use a rotary hole punch for these holes? You can... Sure. Like these holes on the corner? Sure. You can use whatever you want. Let's see. One of the things I do... Oops, is just randomly pull stuff out of the way. This is going to be something that doesn't make any sense to anybody, so don't worry too much about what I'm about to do here. Because I would have to have a bit of a brain fart to explain it. Well, no, I will explain it. I'm going to explain it. You guys can try and, if you can understand it, great. If you can't, well, I barely understand it. So, if I'm making this into a laser pattern, say, and I hit my Control Y to show what the laser sees. Laser don't see no holes. What's going on, right? Certainly sees the lines, but doesn't see any holes. Two things are going to happen. First of all, I've got this V-gouge line in the center box. For the laser, we will delete that line. It obviously is not important. Well, unless you want to, like, laser that line. Unless you want to laser the V-gouge. That's kind of an interesting idea. I should make a note of that. Laser V-gouge. Anyways, but the holes, obviously, you want to cut the holes with your laser, and all the holes are lines, because that's what they are. They're paths that are being followed and displayed with little circles. So, we need to separate these and make them individual things. So I'm going to grab all of them. Grab them all. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Now, I've got a macro on here. I just hit 2 buttons and it's done. Why do I have 2 buttons? I should just turn it into 1 button on my new Stream Deck. What? But I'll do it later. All right, let me just remember if this is the exact keys. Let me edit my keyboard shortcuts and just double check. So I don't screw it up. Give you guys wrong information. Where are the damn F keys? Tools. Any commands? Tools. Object. Expand. Oops. Dope. Let's do this. Bam. Bam. There. I'm pretty sure it's expand appearance and then expand. So let's just do it. Oh, yeah, it is. F4 or 5. So that's what I do. So it's expand appearance and then it expands them again. And it creates the item, it fills it, it strokes it, or doesn't, if you want it to. And now we've got all our little individual holes, right? But I like to have it as a stroke, and I like to have it as either none or white, depending on how I'm feeling. There. Now we've got all these individual holes of the same-ish size as our original dotted line. And if I go over to my Illustrator, oh, they're actually holes. That's what it will cut. I love how it looks so sketched from far out. It gets all weird looking, but it'll cut round holes. All right, what do we got here, folks? We did the dotted line already. All right, we got all that stuff ready to rock. So now I'm gonna move this off. Oh, look at that. Let's go and do what I was gonna do originally, just because my brain's fucking select this thing. What is your... Is it because I've snapped? Like, what's happening here? Did I lock it? Oh, I did lock it. Wish there was a button for like, dun dun dun. Elementary, my dear Watson. All right. I am going to just do this because whatever. I'm going to give it the white background. I'm going to put it at 25, let's say. So it's easily selectable. Oh, or just fuck upable. There. Gonna group it. It's grouped. It's easily selectable. Oh. I did do one thing wrong. I'm gonna undo that. Alright. So we've got our... If I go up here and I make this 25% opacity, it's doing the outline with that as well as the fill. We don't want that. So over here we've got an appearance box, and inside the appearance box we've got stroke and fill. So I can open up the fill box and change the opacity in the fill here to 25. And then our outline is left alone, and then I can not grab the whole thing. Just say undid it, group it, then I can grab the whole thing. Right? Boop-a-doop. We're good. Now, bring this down to our little fun little place over here. Let me just double check that this fits in here properly. I don't want it to be... Yeah, it'll be fine. Because this goes inside the bottom of the box. And then the top of the box goes over it. Any questions, class? I'm going to go to my talking frame. So, we're well on our way. Now, I just need to put all the words on this stuff. And then I'm going to move it over to my PDF layout and put it all in there. Once it's in there, then I'm going to pull it out again and put it on my laser area. Oh my God. All my pattern files have a laser area and a PDF area, and then I can structure it how I want to for the laser. Wow, super smart-ish. Super smart-ish. I would love to just redo these words, but... What do I have here? Punch and stitch. Okay, I'm not including punch and stitch on this version of the pattern. I'm going to do the V-gouge back along dotted lines for sure. We can do this action as well in here, but I don't think people need to know to punch and stitch the fucking holes. Like, let's be serious here. Let's go right inside our group, and then we can, when we exit the group, it'll still be all together. I like Big Noodle. I continue to use Big Noodle as my favorite font. We smarter than the average bear. Nice. I'll need to put pattern on it. It's obviously a pattern. Mini box, 5 to 8 ounce. I'm not going to put Vegetan because it doesn't have to be Vegetan. I always make this about half the size of the other shit. We're going to center it. Anal retentiveness in full display here. What do I need to do? Just going to change the distance on these. There. So we've got our mini box. And V-gouge back along dotted lines. You know, maybe I didn't use Big Noodle on this. It looks like Big Noodle to me, though. No idea what it was. V-gauss. V-gauss. There, so our mini box is, unless I fucked something up, yeah. The mini box is done, or dice tray, I guess I could call it. Oh, it's all kind of a dice tray. Oh, that's cool, you know. Nice, that's a nice skill to have. Alright. We've got the little mini box. Whoops. I'm just gonna grab it. Copy it, go up here, just, I don't know, put it in here, go wherever. It'll probably end up, probably over here somewhere. Let's see. TJM with the whatever that is, super chat, little super chat action. Ever been to the Doritos farm? It's a cool ranch. That's TJM took his time to come up with that joke and just post a joke for everybody. Gotta applaud that. I'm very excited. We could use more $1.99 jokes. Bring them on. Bring them on. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I've got all the information. So here's my old box bottom, and we are going to throw up the same stuff. We can even just go into this and take the same things, so they're identical in font size, etc., and then hop back over to this one, go inside, and paste it. And now it's here too. Change it up. Bottom pattern. 5 to 8 ounce. We've got our little Bazoink. I can click shift and then it should stay. There, look at that. Incredible. Other than this needs to be centered, obviously. Do I have the... Oh, I do have the marks on here. Good. I'm like, how is this locked still? Oh. Little box bottom. Dad joke. Nice. Like it. That's a good idea too. Alright, so we've got our information here. The art I don't really need to separate like I used to have it. There's no real... I don't think it needs to be separate. Well, yeah, I'll pull it out for... We'll see. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm waffling. Alright, so another thing I want to do after saying I didn't want to do it right now, I'm going to do the fill on this. I'm going to get right into here and do a white fill, which is kind of get a little weird maybe, but we'll figure it out. 25. So it obviously got a little weird. But we're just going to take, we're going to arrange it and send it backwards or to the back. I'm going to send it right to the back because I know that nothing else needs to be, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not going to be in the way of anything. It should be good. All right. Is that actually even working how I want it to? Yes, it is. Yeah, it totally is. Maybe it's a little too opaque? Transparent? A little too transparent. So, we've got our box lid. This isn't going to fit here. It'll end up over here. I'm going to do the same thing on this one that I did on the last one. I'm going to fill it. I'm going to make it 25. And actually everything seems to sit nicely on this. It must be lined up properly. Okay. And then we can go over here and paste this in. Right? Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Am I missing anything? We've got our holes are good. Yeah, everything looks good on this end. We've got our V-gouged lines. We've got everything labeled properly. We don't have any strange words, spelling errors. Now, I just, you know, it should be obvious, but I bring over my little skizzers. copy it, shift paste so it's pastes in place, and then just bring it down and balance it out a bit. And then I can take both of them, copy, paste. There. Anal retentiveness in display. Nudge it up a bit to be perfectly centered between those. Hey, Antonio's here again. Greetings. I wish there was an automatic translate on the chat, but there's not. All right. And this is obviously, I don't know why I say that so much. This is not the information for this pattern, other than I've filled in dicebox, etc. Let's see if I can pull in. You guys can't see me doing this right now, but patterns. I wish I had a better picture of this dicebox. This is one of those projects that I did and I kind of fucked it up, honestly, when I was building it. But I've only built one, and I sold the one. Where is my dicebox? Oh, this is actually a better pattern than I remember it being. I mean, a better photo than I remember it being. All right. Yeah. Oh my god, I did a way better job of that. Okay. Bring it over here. And then scale it down, as I do. And I bring it into here. Now, when you bring in images that are pretty large into Illustrator, there's really no point in having them be that ridiculous. So you can go and rasterize them so that they reduces their size and just makes it better. Just, you know, better. Let me just do a little investigation here. One sec. Cool. Everything's looking good. All right. Now it's about filling out the mumbo jumbo, but we're not going to actually do that because you don't need to see me write text. We're going to just move on to my next pattern. I can fill that out later. But I can do... Save this. Dicebox saved. Close this. And open my template file. Let's see here. Template. So it's not a very good template because it's got all this other crap in it, but whoops. Just purge it. I should just save this really quickly again so it's not doesn't have all this garbage in it. Template. Save. All right. Oh, do I even need to do this for this one? Sorry. Open. What is the one I'm looking on now? I hate waiting for Resolene to dry. I just want to move on to the next step. That's fair. I just need to double check that I've got the right stuff going on here. Checking my Patreon. I think I might have already done the... Let's see, the hip pouch is done. Gorget's got sizes, needs more, but not right now. Sword holder frog is done. Dice box I just did. Kidney pouch I'm sure I did already. One moment. In progress. Dice box. There's a raven pouch. Art pack. That doesn't make any sense. Bam brace. Maybe I was high. Maybe it's time to just make a new pattern. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do new pouch pattern today, really quick. You guys can all do the usual, if you're around and you want this pattern, you can just message me in the 24 hours before the video is done, or something like that. I don't know. All right. Bring the grid. What are we going to call this? I don't know. Pouch. Stream. For now. Fusion 1.1. 1.0. What? Do you want to replace it? No. Did I already do that? Pouch. Rando. Okay. Let's see what kind of pouch I'm gonna make. Let's see. If anybody has any ideas to just randomly throw out, have at it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just thinking of pouch concepts in my head. Rencraft says, I think I'm going to make a separate website for my leather builds, and it's all your fault, Magnus. Hey, it's good. It's good. What if it was a pouch that had like a full wrapped little pouch thing? Let's see. How big? 5. Oh, nice, Yanolith. Good job. 5 by... something to hold... I don't know about a pouch, but something to hold a flat-bottom drinking horn. Flat-bottom drinking horn? Like somebody who's cut off the tip and then made it flat? Okay. So what's the diameter of this random flat-bottom drinking horn? Or the circumference, actually. Circumference, diameter, doesn't matter either, but... if I was to... well, yeah, like a hanging leather beer koozie. Love it. So, first thing, if we're going to do that, get the ellipse tool out. We're going to do some snap too, probably, just for keep everything awesome. I'm going to grab a little tape, measuring tape, just so I can give myself an idea of how big this thing is. You want to know how big it is? It's as big as this can of Coca-Cola, because then it's a beer cozy as well. Two and a half inches? Really? Maybe a little more than that. Let's see if it's got, if the internet can tell me. Diameter of pop can. It is bigger. It's 2.6. All right. So if I make it 2.7, that makes sense, right? Okay. Oh, boop, done. 2.7. 2.7. Object, path, offset path. We're gonna put some holes in here right away. Minus 3mm. And we're going to throw in my hole punch graphic style. So we've got holes as well. So already we've got the bottom, right? Jesus, Beard Monster, that's ridiculous. So now that that's done, I need to know the do I need to know the circumference of a 5 point, did I say 5.6? No, 5.7, right? 2.7, sorry, 2.7. Circumference of 2.7 diameter. 8.482. All right. I believe you. You need to be able to grab your little beer koozie, right? 3.5 inches, maybe? Object. Path, offset path. Do it -3 millimeters again. -3 is my minimum. -4 I do a lot, but for this we're just doing this. We can get rid of that top row of holes. Whoops, not that thing. Now, counting these holes can be a little bit of a pain, but I will do my best. $38. Now you can break them up like we did before. Let's see if it gives me what I want. So I'll break it up, and then I can go info. Info? Not color. Where's my info palette? No, it's not info. Damn it. I don't even remember what it was. Window... Appearance? No. Attributes? No. I used to have it right at the top here. I wonder what happened to it. Damn it. Anyways, 38, right? Yeah, so that's going to be one sec. Because of the curve and everything, I'm going to cut that out and make it its own little line. And then I'm going to change my stroke on this. My stroke? My spacing. So instead of 14.5 gap, I'm going to do a 15.5 gap. Maybe, if I can learn how to type. Probably bigger than that, actually. 16. So that's the gap, obviously, between my stuff here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $19, and 19 is 38. So now we have the same number of holes as we do around the outside edge of this. Was I dumb in how I did anything here? 2.7. In theory, this should work. There might be some fiddling, but it should work. What would cause it not to work? The fact that it's wrapping around something, maybe that's going to cause it not to work? I don't know. Just pondering that. You know? Anyways. So almost always when you're doing your... Not almost always. Always when you've got your inset little disc at the bottom, those holes... There's going to be more holes... Tighter holes there than the outside. So like all your stitches are kind of like going on an angle out. So there's... Yeah. There's less holes out here, but there's more holes. What am I trying to say? It's not more holes, it's the spacing around the outside edge material is always bigger than the inside. There, I figured it out. We got the words out. It's amazing. Those words were great. Alright. Oops. Bazoink. Group. Group that. Group that. Do my regular thing, get in here and do the fill. 25. Alright, so we've got our surrounding body piece, we've got this. We're going to do some straps. I don't know if you want it swinging around, if it's, you know, in theory it's a drink holder. You don't really want it swinging around. You want it almost, like, right on your hip, no? That's what I would think. So, like, straps could be pretty straightforward. Hell, they could be, what do we got here? 1 by, that's probably fine. Oh, but it's also round. So you really can only do one strap to make sense. Otherwise, it's just like a waste of stuff, right? Yeah, one strap makes sense. It needs to be a little thinner, but also needs to be tight. All right. We've got this group, so I can center this exactly. Bidoop. Bidoop. Perfect. If you're doing a holder for drinking horn, unless you're smashing those rivets right to death, I would, let's do a little of this too. I would make them, I'll give them both options. We can do stitching and holes. So if I'm doing stitching, we're going to offset, do a little path offset. We're going to add the style. And then we're going to hop in here, delete our sides. We don't need the sides here. Now, another thing I always do is I always I say it's over stitching, but I don't know what you would call it, honestly. Right? All right. Now, we need to we are going to copy those holes, and we're going to move this structure out of the way. Because this is a separate piece now. I know those holes seem weird, but they are weird. One sec. Alright, so we've got our holes back in there. Then I'm going to go down into here and do what we did before with the giving it anchor points. Or getting annoyed. One or the other. Alright. Am I snapping still? I am. I don't know why it didn't show up, but they are. I think they're there. Yeah. There. Whew. Go back up here. Give these little anchor points here, so it stops when I delete the outside edge. Bazoink. Shifted a tiny bit. I don't think it matters that much, but I don't want to fuck with it. And group it. And then if we bring this back in here, it's pretty much right on it, right? Ta-da! And then we bring something else in. Let's see. Let me do one thing real quick. We might as well go. Oh wait, no, this is dumb. I have to change something. This is stupid. Stupid. I'll show you why in a second. All right. Unless you really want stitching on the front of your project, there's no reason to do that. I'm just gonna think about something really quickly because you want to be able to stitch that on. It's at the top and bottom. All right. I want this at the back where the stitching is. Does that mean stitching straight through the seam? Yes. Yes, it does. Why not? Now, whoops. Did I just accidentally duplicate something? No, I didn't. We're going to break this up. And then we're going to take out these and these. Same thing over here. Break it up. All right. Does that make much sense? It does. You got our... Yeah, it does. It makes sense. It makes sense. Trust me. Now we just dive deep into the archives that I have curated over 1,000 years, my friends. We find... What do we find in the archives? What do we want to put on this that I already have? Well, that would work. That's kind of simple, but it would work. I'm just looking for art. Hold on while I find my art. Maybe that would work too. Am I being excessively picky? No. Me? What if I go way back here? Yeah, what if I go to art 2? No. Oh, this is a good one. This is old but good. Man, it's a little janky. This just kind of needs a redo, honestly. But I'm going to begin into a vector. I'm going to trace it. Oh, tracing's not working. I'm going to image trace. Do a preview on it. Ignore white. It's looking all right. Image trace, expand. Now we got our image. I can just copy it, take it over to this item here. Oh, yeah, that's fitting pretty good. I want to. Woo! I could squish it a bit. Let's go there. then squish. I don't know. There's certain proportions on things I do have that I like. It's not bad. Let's make it a little, just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Yeah. All right. These holes. Let's actually just group this whole thing so I'm not overthinking it. Delete. Group. And then I should be able to center this. Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. All right, so now we've got a serpent centered on it. And we could go, oh, hey, do we want to put a lid on this as well? Well, we're a little, maybe not this one, but we'll I'm trying to find the circle I had a second ago. One sec. Where is my circle? Hello, circle. There you go. Man, I kind of want to do a lid now. Center it up. Beep, beep. Beauty. It's kind of cool. It's probably a very small little carving, but whatever. If I was going to do a lid, what would I do? What would that look like as far as... We said the diameter of this was 2.6 of the can. This lid was 2.7, but that's inside this. Now we want to go outside that. I don't know. Not too much bigger, right? So we could just... we could... make it what? It's not going to be a ½ inch bigger. It could be... ½ inch would be a lot. 3/8? Quarter? I'm gonna say it's gonna be a quarter bigger. So if we're doing 2.7, then let's just do 3. Let's do, right? It's close. Ballpark. 3, and then we can go through this process again really quick. And go circumference of 3-inch diameter. $9.425. Do this. Huh, it was almost spot on. Good for me. We're watching out for... Man, it's going to be a very tiny little top unless I change the slot on the back. But I'll ponder that as I do this. What? Oh, that's curve. Whoops. It's a very, very tiny top. Probably want it to be a bit bigger. If we're doing this seriously, we might as well do it seriously. Half an inch is pretty good for a little lid. Looking at my ruler. Yeah. Oh, but we're also thinking of this for a can. Shit. Okay. Now I'm getting all fucked up here. Trust has got all the emojis over there. Nice. Okay, so if I am making this for a can and we're putting a fucking lid on it, I do feel like this is where the prototyping comes in. I do feel like this is going to have to be honestly wider because of the circumference, because of the effect of wrapping it around something. It's not easy as just like a straight line. Later, Sarah. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. But we were not there yet, so I'm not too worried about it at this point. Also, because I'm doing a lid, maybe I just take this off here. Now, I'll keep it on there for now. People can use it if they want to use it, right? But it also should be on the top. Object. Path. Offset path. Do I make this for a can? Metal hinges. She doesn't really make metal hinges. She decorates some hinges, maybe. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I don't know how to make them show up, honestly. But we will survive. Do I just make this can size? Am I overthinking this? 5 inches plus bottom. Yes, of course I'm overthinking it. Make it can size. The commander-in-chief has spoken. A thermoth. Damn. Everybody's got different ideas. I'm going with the can, because that's where this all was born from. And you can see, because I haven't broken up these dashed lines, it just grows with my project. There you go. That also means that we can just shift the slot really easily now. We can just dive in here, grab these little things that I should have grouped, honestly. Nudge them up to, you know, about center. A little off center, a little higher. What's going on here? Why does this look weird? Sure. Thank you for subscribing, Wolferic. Wolferic1. I'm just gonna go with Wolferic. Just cause. Alright. Little counting time again. $43. So we got 23 right before half. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull this off of the other parts. Paste it back in place so it's the only thing affected. I'm going to go and increase that gap. Maybe that's 6. What did I do before? 16.5 or 16? Anyways, just going to do 16 for now. What have I done? $21. All right, so I need a little more, which means I need a little less space. But if it's even like this, I know it's not 43, right? I can see the center point. So let's see if we can make it. Okay, so that might be it. $22. Oh, is that 45 now? It was 43, right? $22.45. Okay, it's not a. Now I need less. It's like the balancing act here. Maybe I just don't know how to count. That could also be part of the problem. That's 43. As long as this is 43, we're good. Other than I still think that when this is prototyped, there's going to have to be an extension, a very, very slight extension to the edges here while keeping the holes the same because of the wraparound. It's just how it works in my brain. I also could be very wrong. Yeah. All right, so let's go in here and change this little appearance fill to 25. Same thing. Yeah, that's everything's making sense. Half. Oop. Got to group that. It'll be up like this because of the structure of it. So I think I'm going to extend it a little more. Might as well. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, now it's got a lid on it. How is that lid attaching? We could extend this. We could have this so it stitches here. It's got the slot for it, but the length extends off and loops onto this. Or there's a loop here with ties or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a little loopy thing, and then there's some lace or something. That was also an option. You guys are all so quiet. What's happening? Is there nobody in here? Not as many as usual, but it's a weird stream. It's Tuesday. Let's do our thing. Just a reminder, you can become a member, you can support on Patreon, you can do super chats, super stickers, gift memberships, whatever you want to do. And now this doesn't fit as nicely as I was hoping. Oh, I can... Wait, it fits better now. I'm gonna get the original. Doesn't it fit better? Yeah, it does. You gotta watch out for the... Yeah. I'll do that. Boom. I'm just trying to relax, says Janwith. Relax your day away. Let's see, what if I... Nobody would be this... Oh, well, I've got a laser, so people could be this crazy. Like, I can go in and grab some more files here. Let's see. Like, people don't have to use this. What I'm going to put on it. If I can find it. That's the glory of having all these as options. Why are these all EPS? Weird. Oh. That's not really what I want, honestly. Where's the original? $75 to go on those site tokens. Damn. Why does this look like this? Oh, because it's gigantic. Oh, look at Cosmic with the $5 super chat. I think it's a super chat. I don't know what anything is anymore. Currently at work, but enjoying the live stream. Excited for this leather drink koozie. Nice. So I'm thinking of putting this on here, even though it's ridiculous. Nobody's going to do all this. But this might be good for, like, people with lasers. What am I looking for? Window. Image trace. Preview. Ignore. Trace. Object. Image trace. Expand. Object image trace expand is what I'm going to here. I wish I could show you. I've looked for it a few times to try and figure out how to display that stuff to viewers, but I don't know if I can. You know, this isn't gonna work. This is silly. Well, it's silly, but in an interesting laser kind of silly. Is that what it is? Ah. This is dumb, but I'm committed to at least putting it on here to see what it looks like from afar. And then it doesn't fit, of course. Well, it's close enough that I can just make it work. Group it. Oh. Program capture instead of full screen. That makes sense. Okay, maybe let's see. Is it a window capture I have going on here? Photoshop, Illustrator. Yeah, window capture. Hey, you want to ditch the tooling? You can ditch the tooling. This is cute on here, but I'm going to get rid of it. I like the top. I think I would honestly probably just do the top. I wouldn't do the serpent, but might as well put the serpent on something else. It's only on one other thing, I think. What all do I have open here that's going to be... I just have random shit all over the place. It's not as big a deal. Beep. Anyways, doesn't matter right now. Alright. So we've got that done up. What else do we need to do this? Not much, really. It's kind of ready to rock. Again, the only issue I'm having in my brain is that it's going to need to be a tiny bit bigger because of just the curve and how it works. So, do I just do it bigger? Or do I cut it out right now and just test it? I could do that. I've got all the equipment to just do that. Funny that. I'm going to. Because I don't have to cut out the whole thing. I just have to cut out a circle. And I just have to cut out a length that's the same length, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this stuff here. I'm going to just pull it over to my board of fun. Alright. I'm going to print page 1. No, page 6 actually is what it is. 7. Just check some stuff. Well, at least I didn't drop the glass jar, but I certainly put paintbrushes all over my floor. Paintbrushes everywhere. All right. Let's see what happens now. Ooh, look at that. It's like I've been here before. All right, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to do this test real quick. Let's say 6 to 8, right? Yeah. already, and it's got a mostly straight edge on it. Oh, you guys are probably not hearing me very well because this microphone's not set up here. So, 1 second while I just do this, instead of fucking around with microphones. Close. My McEwen handcraft strop. Where are you, strop? Oh, whatever, I'll just hope I'm right, honestly. That's going to be too small to wrap around. Because then it's like I know what I'm talking about. But it fits. I'm confused. Now, if you were to get to this point where you actually had everything cut out and it was like, oh, it's going to be perfectly fine, you could always just sand the circle down a little bit on the edges to fit it. This isn't going to be close. It should be close, at least. I would think, right? Moment of truth. Just do this. Yeah, see? It is significantly short. Even though we did our math. So what is that? It's quarter inch? This is the most hilarious way of measuring this. About a quarter inch. Almost exactly a quarter inch. So, back to the plan at hand. Bring my monitors back. This is the, oh my god, it's fucked up music. Where's my, there. All right. So I was correct. So for that, lotion. Lotion's a good idea. I will lotion a little bit here if I can find it. All right. 1/4 inch, which is not much. And all we have to do come in here. I'm going to grab the whole thing. I'm just going to move it over to a line so I can measure it properly. Then I'm just going to grab with the direct selection tool specifically, because I only want to move this side of it, right? I don't want to drag it around. I want to just extend the side. And I want to extend it 2 of these spaces, because 2 of these is 1/4 inch, so it's about 1/4 inch. Now, what's the problem now? You probably guessed it. Those holes are different now, right? We had 43 on those holes. They're definitely going to be more now. We need more space between those holes. Oops. I'm doing something wrong. I'll figure it out eventually. There we go. Stroke. Let's just go to 16.75 and see what happens. Well, it won't be that because we do know that we need to have one in the center because it's 43 holes on the circle. So let's go 17. 17. Maybe that's it. That is 41. So I went too far. That's 43. Here we go. So that's that part. That's the lid. And now for the other part, I'm not going to print it off and check it. We know that it's going to be fairly close to the 1/4 inch. Probably, you know, it'll be a little less than that 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to grab. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to not do that. I'm going to grab this whole thing, make it a group. I'm going to put it somewhere where I can easily discern how far I'm going. And I'm going to then grab... What I need to also grab is obviously these here, right? I'm grabbing these holes, these holes along the edge, the end of this edge, so it pulls as well, and this edge here. So if that's 1/4, let's do a little less than 1/4. That should be enough. Once again, we have to fix it, check our holes here. Anybody remember what the fucking holes on this one were? Why do I think 28 is the number? I feel like it's 28. We know the center. Well, it won't be. Well, it could be 28 still. Stroke. $38. think it's 38. Because this is 38 now. After that just quick little adjustment. I'm going to double check it, because I have no freaking idea. Nor do I want to just take anybody's word for it. Once again, I mark stuff where, you know, center. That's 19 for half of it, so yeah, 38. We got, hey, like even we could just not use the strap, and you got like a little funky holder thing. Holder thing? Little witch, what's going on? Greetings to you as well, Skull. Or as I said in one of my earlier videos, Skull. Which was hilarious. If you find that video, it's pretty funny. What are we doing? We're making these into actual holes now. Breaking everything up. Putting the outline on it. Etc. Etc. Skull. Or a dice cup. Hey, what do you know? I just rebrand it and post it like there's two different patterns. One's the dice cup and one's the the drink holder. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Two cups, one pattern. There you go. Beard monster. Oops. I did something wrong there. What's going on here? Am I high? Why is this not working? Oh, it has worked. I'm so confused right now. Why is it not giving me... What did I do there? That was a big oops. Oh. Got it on the wrong fucking tool? Really? Something is being a little weird for me right now. But... I don't know why this happens sometimes, but... Well, let's just go ahead with it and fix it. It's not that difficult to fix when it happens, but like I don't know why it's doing it. It's so weird. Oops. Oh, that's not what I do. I paste. Come on, you little weirdo. Let's go. You little weirdo. That was my most PC annoyance ever. There. And we got, what, just one more? Yeah. Oh. There. What the hell? Did these ones get undone? Grr. Arg. Grr. MSN Messenger? I don't think I ever had MSN Messenger. ICQ, maybe? Oh, did I not do a fill on these? I guess not. I don't know how, it seems like I did. Weird. Oops. Oh, there's another one up here that's got a bit of a screwballed. I still don't know why it's doing that. At least it doesn't do it much. So yeah, we got a weird, crazy beer cozy thing. A little serpent on it. What's the space on this though? That's the only other thing we have to think about. It'll be about 1-2 inches for belt. That's fine. That's quite alright. Now I've got to start doing other stuff like adjusting the name of stuff. Is it a beer koozie or a beer cozy? I've never owned one. My beers don't last long enough to need to be cozied. I keep these separated like this because just like this gets a little weird when it's printed like this. So I do the same thing as I do to my lines. I separate everything so that when I switch it over, I can see what's happening. So that means in your laser file, when you open it, you can read it. All right. What the hell? Oops. For now, it's a beer koozie. Now, if I was going to do this for lasers, I'd grab this stuff, I'd paste it over here. I would, what else would I do? I don't know. I change, because my laser's set up that red cuts, I would just highlight almost everything. I'll just like do it real quick to cut. And then nothing on the other side. But then on the art, I'd go in and just make this fill. And this nothing. So my black is the etch or engrave. It won't cut through. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Or is it? Eh. And if I also was thinking maybe I want a couple options for these lids. Oh, actually, I'd do this as well. I'd take everything and I make it 0.25. But if I want a couple options for these lids, I could copy the... Oh, this has to be done too. Almost there. 0.25. I could come in here and... grab my painto bucketo. If I can find it on this have I even used it when I've been at this shop before? Usually do all my Illustrator at home. Where's my bucket? Oh, paint bucket, where are you? Come out and play. Right? Why can't I grab that? Give me a break. Grr. Select. Okay. Oh. Light paint bucket. Now, I can come in here and, in theory, grab this. I think. Maybe I'll do it like this. Might not work how I want it to, but we're about to find out. This is gonna probably feel it weird. Let's see. If I can even make it work. Okay. Live paint group, click the merge live paint button on the control panel or select merge from the live paint menu. Merge live paint. There we go. Alright, so now that's obviously, again I say obviously all the time. So what I've done is I made it so that my laser is going to cut down all that black, which is it's a lot of work, but that's another option now we've given the whoever wants to deal with this pattern. I don't know enough Engelsman, but I assume that could be a thing for sure. Yeah, for sure. That'd be cool. So now I can move these over here. They've got two options for that stuff. I guess I could do that with this as well. Might as well. Doesn't take long. They could use it or not use it. Right? Let's do this too. Do I make it obvious? Sure. Something's a little weird here. Oh, I've done something a little... I've errored slightly here. When did I error? Is the question. And which one is the error, the outside or the inside? One sec, I gotta fix this. Man. Pardon my hack. So what I've done here accidentally, it's not a huge deal, it's not, I can just go back and fix it. But I've, like when I break apart text, or I break apart my stitching holes, if I'm also accidentally selected on the line, it's going to break that apart too. So it's going to give my line these odd two sides to it, right? In theory, I should be able to select, like, that one. There. Now it makes more sense. And I did that. I don't know how I did that on so many things, but at least it's easy to deal with. Something is being a little strange still, though. I don't know what. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, something is weird. Why is it got that like strange opacity to it? Oh, there it was. I thought I saw it. There it is. Man, I really did a number on some of this stuff. Oh well. I don't really know how this happened, but at least I caught it now. All right. That all makes sense. This one needs to be done as well. Okie-dokie. If you are interested in this pattern, you are free to email me. You can email me and I will get it to you as long as you're in the chat here. I will send you this pattern free of charge for hanging out with me today. Not a lot of us here, but hey, it was fun. I could even do this action with it. Do. Wah, wah. So it looks a little better. Have you ever created a runic pattern that tells a story like the runic stones in Sweden? I have, but not like in depth. You know, like nothing like those crazy stones. And then I tuck this up. Scrunch it up a little bit. Make it all pretty. This is, so far it's the beer koozie, but I'm open to suggestions. I'm still, like, until it's actually put together, I'm still a little uncertain about the lining up of the edge, but if you're going to make this, you know, it's something I would put the notes in, depending on your thickness of leather, things may not line up perfectly, so you do the koozieing part, stitch it up, fit your bottom in, do the stitching, but and you're also gonna have to do a box stitch on it, which is like an angled stitch. Not a big deal, but in general, a box stitch is like if we're looking at, let's just do a little. You can look it up if you want, obviously, but so if we're looking at these two items here, if these holes are going straight down and these holes are going straight. If they're both straight, then when they meet up, they're like at a weird like 9:45. Well, it doesn't work very well, right? So when you're punching these holes, they should be angled toward the edge a bit. Same with these, and that way they'll meet up. Is there a good way to show that with a? You guys can Google it. It'll say box stitch on it, which can be a little finicky, but that's the price you pay. And granted, also, like when you're doing a box stitch hole, you gotta be really careful that when you're cutting that angle, that you don't go fucking right through the side and rip the side out, which can be a bit of a chore if that happens. So be careful. Engelsman says, unless you wet the edge to add a bend. Oh, you mean, yeah, if you're like, but then it's not going to fit very well. It probably won't fit very well because this is size to it. If this was bigger, like by just a tiny bit, and you punch straight through and you wet the edge, yeah, for sure, that'd be fine. But I would be worried about it fitting if this is perfectly shaped to meet this pattern. It might be a little tough. Is all I would say. Yeah, same as the needle case has that kind of thing as well. How long have we been going here? I don't even know. Just kind of lost track of time. A couple hours? Yeah, a couple hours. Oh. Rando 2-hour stream. Not a lot of viewers for this stream, but that's fine. I'm streaming, this is 2 days in a row, and I'm, doing my thing. But it was, yeah, good idea there, Beard Monster, and I'll get this out to you guys if you're interested in it. I will, obviously it'll be on Patreon as well if you're on Patreon. And what else? Oh, that's about it for the stream today. I'm going to do some work on some stuff, but I don't want to just stream all day for 15 viewers. So we'll do something else maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to work on some SCA armor and finish that up so I can get it shipped out tomorrow. My first batch, and then I got to do another batch. I just spent $700 at Tandy. I got 2 sides of skirting, and I got my first side of rawhide in months because they had decided that they were going to ship rawhide to them all folded up like a stack of clothes. It was terrible instead of a roll, so I couldn't really use it. Yeah. Yeah, if I want to live stream more, so... Yeah, obviously, if you didn't know about my gaming channel, if you're into video games, go check out Dark Horse Tavern. I'll probably stream some Cyberpunk 2077 probably in a few hours after I finish this SCA armor, because that's my goal for today, the SCA armor. Cyberpunk 2077, the gym maybe, SCA armor. Oh, and there's a hockey game tonight I want to watch too. Anyways, this was really good. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Oh, I need to add the end button to my little stream deck as well, which isn't there yet. Make sure you leave a like and stuff like that. Oh, I'll see if we can raid out here real quick. You never know. You never know. Twitch is easier to raid out than anything else, but YouTube is a little hit and miss. So let me see if I can figure that out really quick for everybody. Let's see, redirect. There's some upcoming art streams from Starfish, but that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, lots of garbage on YouTube. Nothing on the tubes, so have good time, YouTubes. Thanks for stopping by. Have good time, YouTubes. My English is great. Let's see what we've got over on the old Twitch. Oh, Lockwood's going. Let's raid Lockwood real quick. I'm going to put Lockwood into here if you guys are interested in checking out Lockwood. I'm going to put it into the YouTube chat once we raid over. Have a good one, everybody. Ciao for now.